Welcome to the new TMZ Live, where we bring you inside our newsroom as our staff chases down today's stories in real time.
Welcome to TMZ Live. Donald Trump has got Beyonce, Oprah, and Al Sharpton in his crosshairs. He wants them prosecuted. All three of them, he wants them prosecuted. He says they have broken federal law. And he is now going after, hear me, Beyonce, Oprah, and Al Sharpton. So here's what he said. He said, the Democrats admit to paying, probably illegally, $11 million to singer Beyonce for an endorsement, $3 million for expenses to Oprah, $600,000 to very low-rated TV anchor Al Sharpton. And he says a total lightweight for doing absolutely nothing. Kamala and all of those that received endorsement money broke the law. They should all be prosecuted. What he is saying is that it is illegal to pay for endorsements. And he's saying that they received this money. The problem is that Donald Trump has not backed up the evidence here. Now, there is evidence that Beyonce did receive $165,000 for production expenses. So they're allowed to pay the campaign for production expenses connected to a rally or a concert or anything like that. But in terms of where they got this notion that Beyonce got paid for an endorsement, and same with Oprah and Al Sharpton, there were members of MAGA who came out and they claimed it online. And Donald Trump, here's his words, quote, somebody just showed me something. They gave her 11 million. I mean, Babcock, you are a Donald Trump supporter. You cannot support this. I mean, come on.
I'm not outraged by it. First of all,
You're not outraged by it?
About what? I mean, first of all, if they broke the law, then it doesn't matter if you're Beyonce or anybody else. Beyonce is not above the law.
Oh, I agree. Where's the proof?
Oh, no, certainly. And look,
I know, but
it's semantics. Look,
it's not semantics.
No, it is, because it's all about how you put it down in the ledger. Okay, everyone is clutching their pearls like, oh, Beyonce. Like, who cares? I could not care less. If Beyonce breaks the law, she should be prosecuted.
Let me tell you why I care.
Yeah.
He is targeting people who didn't support him, not just railing on them, threatening them with prosecution.
Oh, I get it, Harvey. But here's the thing, and I think the Democrats would be wise to really comprehend this here. This is the system that they created. They went after him. They tried to put him in prison for hundreds of years for nonsense charges that were shoehorned into being felonies. And this is what happens.
January 6th?
When the
January 6th?
He wasn't charged for January 6th.
No, I'm saying, well, he was charged with January 6th. They dropped it.
Okay, so you never went to trial.
Right,
for
because they dropped it because he got elected.
Okay.
Now, and look, I happen to agree with you.
The lawfare needs to stop.
No,
period.
I agree with you.
Period.
And what they said in New York, you know, the whole idea with the Stormy Daniels.
Yeah.
I happen to agree with you on that. I don't agree with you on January 6th.
Yeah.
But he is targeting Beyonce. He is targeting James Comey.
No, I don't like it.
He is targeting
It's a
Oprah.
distraction,
He is
too.
targeting CBS.
Right.
He is targeting Stephen Colbert.
Okay.
He is targeting Jimmy Fallon. He is targeting Jimmy Kimmel.
Right.
He is targeting people who oppose him.
Of course. He's going to attack them back. That's the kind of guy he is. He's not a turn the other cheek kind of guy.
No. It's fine if he attacks him.
Yeah.
Not necessarily fine if he tries to leverage Paramount's merger with the firing of Stephen Colbert, if that happened.
Okay.
If that happened.
Which I don't believe is true. I don't think there's anything to suggest it's true.
I mean, the only reason that I lean toward maybe believing it's true is that he's just going after everybody he doesn't like.
Right. No, I know.
We are going to talk to somebody who he doesn't like.
You talked to Al Sharpton?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to hear that.
Okay. So joining us right now is one of the three people in Donald Trump's crosshairs, Reverend Al Sharpton. Al, welcome back to TMZ Live.
Glad to be with you, Harvey.
So what say you that Donald Trump is saying he has heard that you took $600,000 in return for endorsing Kamala Harris.
Well, I think that, first of all, it is absurd because a few months ago he said that I took $500,000 to let her do an interview with me on my television show. So he's talking about the same election, same cycle. First of all, I know a National Action Network. National Action Network is an organization I lead who did a Get Out the Vote tour, as did many groups. That is where the Harris campaign gave money to help get out a nonpartisan voter registration campaign. So how did he go from it going to the National Action Network to going to me from 500,000 to 600,000 and left out the TV? Well, I'll tell you why. Donald Trump is running from the Epstein scandal. And when he couldn't make anything work last week, when it kept picking up traction, he went to what he does all the time. He went to the race card. He decided one day he's going to, I think it was Monday, he's going to release the FBI files on Martin Luther King. And in it's supposed to be a lot of stuff, rumors that we heard all down through the years. Everyone knows that J. Edgar Hoover was out to get Dr. King, distorted records, fell flat. That didn't help him. Next day, he says, I want to see Barack Obama, former president, indicted for treason. That didn't help him. Then he comes with now Oprah Winfrey, Beyonce, and Al Sharpton were paid to endorse Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris needs to be investigated, and they need to be investigated. First of all, I never endorsed anybody. And if I was, no one would have to pay me to go against Donald Trump. But what I did is, as president of National Action Network, we did a several state tour to get out the vote, nonpartisan. And from Nevada to Ohio to North Carolina, on and on. And we can establish what National Action Network did with the money. But isn't it ironic, Harvey, that this just 2 weeks ago, the Trump people were saying they were going to make it legal for churches to endorse candidates now. So let me get this right. Black, well-known folks got to get paid to make endorsements. Faith-based churches with him can make endorsements. It is clear he's running away from Epstein. We have whatever files they needed before or now on what we did with the funds for the Get Out the Vote tour.
I want to ask you about Epstein in a second, but I read that you are thinking about suing him for defamation over this?
We're talking to lawyers. The reason you have a basis to sue for defamation is if he had made the statement the first time and it wasn't answered, then he could say, well, that's what I was told. It was answered. So you made these statements over the weekend with full knowledge that what you were saying was not true.
So, Al, finally, look, we've been saying for 2 weeks, I have two sources who have seen either some or all of the Epstein files from the Justice Department. Both of them said Trump's name is mentioned multiple times. Both independent sources have told me that there's nothing in it that's untoward regarding Trump. There are a million names, including Fidel Castro's name in there. So why is he so skittish about having this file released? I don't get it.
Well, I think he's, my guess, I don't know, but my guess is he's skittish because all of the times that he was saying how the elite was being able to do things above repute, above any condemnation or exposure, even his being publicly known to have been socializing with the elite crowd that were involved in all kinds of things, even if he was not involved, it exposes to the blue collar worker that believed in him and that felt he would fight and expose the elite, that he really was part of that crowd. It goes against the brand that he falsified, and he just can't handle it. He's going way over the top.
Al, I appreciate you coming on. Thank you.
Thank you, Harvey. Take care of yourself.
Thanks again, you too. Sydney Sweeney is in a little bit of a controversy here. So she is now the new spokesperson for American Eagle, particularly their jeans. Charlie, do you have this queued up? Do you have the, okay, so this is an ad that she's doing.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has very genes.
By the way, that reminds me of Jessica Simpson in Burger King.
It does, on the car with
It totally reminds me
cleaning
of
the
that.
car.
In fact, they're wearing kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
So on the surface, it's just sexy Sydney Sweeney.
She's winking about blue jeans, right? She's wearing
Right.
a pair of blue
jeans, blue eyes.
But there's something more going on. for sure.
And there are people who say this is a eugenics dog whistle.
It feels that way. I mean, when I watched that, she, first of all, there are stories about her parents being sort of very, very right wing. I think some people know that, but not everyone's aware of it. But she's leaning into her blonde hair, and blue eyes is a trigger. Blue eyes is code. When you talk about the Aryan race, it was always talked about of blonde hair, blue eyes, perfect people. And she's clearly trafficking in that. Whether she's mindful of it, I don't know. The executives at American Eagle certainly are.
But we should say, she's talking about my genes.
Yes.
I mean,
It's a play, obviously, on
It's a play on
jeans.
words, jeans, like denim and jeans, her jeans, but she's leaning into it. And do you think she's mindful of it? Or she at least has handlers who are mindful of that, right?
I don't know what she's thinking, but it would be shocking to me that somebody at American Eagle, when they're spending a fortune on Sydney Sweeney, because how much would Sydney Sweeney cost to be a spokesperson?
Probably a lot.
A lot of money. And so this is an expensive campaign. There are probably a bunch of people involved. And you don't think that it occurred to somebody, we're talking about blonde, we're talking about, blonde hair, blue-eyed, I don't know whether she's Norwegian, but she sure looks Norwegian.
The only reason I question it is why would a company want that association? They're trying to sell blue jeans to as many people as possible. To court the kind of controversy that you have an association with Nazis, you're going to wipe out half of your sales base, right?
I feel like this is a stretch. The people that own American Eagle are Jewish.
That does factor in.
Okay.
I mean, although
it factors in, it's
also-
not determinative.
But
It is
also,
not
as
yeah.
somebody, actually all of us here have brown eyes, I would say good genes are blue eyes.
Yeah, and I don't even, is she naturally blonde? Is anyone naturally blonde?
Yeah,
Who
no one's
knows?
really naturally blonde.
but-
Sorry.
But why would the company want to do that? Paint that out for me. Like, just because the controversy brings eyeballs and therefore you get as many sales as possible?
I'm not saying everybody in MAGA believes in eugenics, but Donald Trump has talked about, we should open the borders to the Norwegians and the Swedes.
The good kind of immigrants to him.
The good kind of immigrants.
Zach Ross calling from Huntington Beach, California. And man, if they really want to offend their customers, I think they really hit this one on the nail. When I watch that ad, it kind of tells me that if I don't look like her, then I don't have good genes. So I think someone at American Eagle is going to be in some hot water after this.
Or not. Or that's exactly what they wanted, which is they have cover because they're talking about Jeans and not Gen. I mean,
so on the nose, though, right?
I mean, it feels that way.
Coming up.
After last week, which was one of the craziest, upsetting weeks with Ozzy Osbourne, Malcolm Jamal Warner, Hulk Hogan dying, that we're starting off this Monday and we're thinking Deion Sanders is talking about drafting a will.
He's doing a press conference with his doctors and his medical team, and there's speculation that this could be a very serious reveal.
Be right back.
So fill us in on Deion Sanders, because this is about to happen right now.
So this whole offseason, there's been a lot of question marks surrounding his health and what is going on with Deion Sanders. Now, he hasn't ever said specifically what it is, but we know he's had health issues in the past. He's had toes amputated, a lot of issues that he's really had.
Connected to what? Like diabetes or what?
It was a toe injury. He had a long-standing toe injury. It was a turf toe injury, and he finally got it fixed, and he underwent surgery on it, and it just didn't take, and he had infections and all that kind of stuff. Like,
ultimately had to get 2 toes amputated.
Yeah, and part of his calf.
So this whole offseason, he's kind of just been out of the spotlight. Recently, though, in Deion Jr.'s vlog, just documenting his past few weeks or whatever, Deion is on the stream saying, I'm still going through something. Now, there was the report that he was having a medical issue, that everything was going to be okay by the start of the season. He actually went to, conference media day and said, this is not going to impact my job, my duties on the sidelines. But things have seemingly, based on how it's worded and what we've been told about this event, he's doing a press conference with his doctors and his medical team, and there's speculation that this could be a very serious rebuttal.
Well, he was talking about his will over the weekend.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So talking about having to make a will.
Right.
That's not good.
Right.
And you should explain Deion Sanders just so people know, in case they don't know.
Deion Sanders?
Yeah.
Absolute Hall of Famer, one of the best to ever step on the gridiron. He has really changed the Colorado Buffaloes program to the point where, not really the best football school in the world, but he has made it one of the most, coveted tickets, must-see events. Last season with Travis Hunter being the Heisman winner, his son, Shedeur Sanders, being a superstar as well. I mean, in just a short amount of time has turned it around to bring them into relevance in a way that really hasn't really happened before. He's kind of gotten a lot of, support and then also a lot of criticism as to how he coaches his team.
And not just that, as a player too, Deion broke the mold. He was the first guy that had a lot of personality, didn't care what you thought he should be like. He was going to wear the jewelry. I think he changed. He was like the first modern athlete. He revolutionized sports.
Okay.
And he was the greatest.
What we're going to do is we're going to move on with the rest of the show and come over here and just stop whatever we're doing.
They're live.
Oh, they're live?
Now, yeah.
Okay. So this is... Okay, so the stream is live right now. Can we turn it up so people can hear?
Yep.
On the stream?
Yep.
All right, he's sitting down.
Okay.
All right.
Ed, and you're writing?
Yeah.
Cool.
I got the prep post up.
You're going to write this?
We already prepped the post, so I'm just going to,
Yeah, I mean, you want to just... Is this live on the site?
Yeah. Jacob, can you grab me
Can you make sure this is live on the site?
Oh, you want me to put it live?
Yeah, I think so. Why not?
Okay, let me fix this.
But
then.
you should do it fast. He's sitting down.
We removed the tumor. It was very high grade, invading through the bladder wall, not into the muscle layer, something we call very high risk, non-muscle invasive bladder cancer. So we did discuss options. We discussed some options of treatment in the bladder, and we discussed bladder removal as well. Given his commitments to his family and to the team, elected to undergo a bladder removal. And I am pleased to report that the results from the surgery are that he is cured from the cancer.
You can clap, it's okay.
So what was the thing with the will?
I don't know. I mean, because it sounds like he's got a good prognosis now.
Yeah,
Just from
no,
what the
they said, in fact, people applauded.
Right.
They said the cancer is gone.
Right. I don't know. I have no idea. You would think when you heard that okay, hey, he's facing something that could be, take his life, right? That doesn't sound like that's the case.
No,
right
it sounds
now.
like the opposite. It sounds like they saved his life.
Right, I'm sure it was very serious before, but the doctors, they did their job and they had a successful outcome with the surgery. Yeah, I'm not sure why he announced the thing with the will. It doesn't seem to make sense.
It's
honestly.
odd,
Yeah.
but I mean, good news. And I mean,
That's great news, yeah.
there was like thunderous applause.
Right. Oh, they love him there, and he has, like Lucas said, he transformed this program. Nobody cared about this Colorado football program; it was irrelevant, and now they're one of the most talked about programs in the country. Period, and that's because of him.
Finally, some good news.
Yeah. Hey. There we go. Yeah.
Hey, it's Becca Berger from Warwick, Rhode Island. Yeah, finally some hopeful, some good news coming off of last week where a lot of, some of us in the millennial generation lost some big names like Ozzy Osbourne, Hulk Hogan, and Malcolm Jamal Warner. At least at first we thought this was going to be some more bad news, but it seems like things are looking up for an icon like Deion Sanders.
I never thought of that, but you're absolutely right. After last week, which was one of the craziest, upsetting weeks with Ozzy Osbourne, Malcolm Jamal Warner, Hulk Hogan dying, that we're starting off this Monday and we're thinking Deion Sanders is talking about drafting a will. So thank God he's okay. So Cruz Beckham went off on his brother and his brother's wife. You're dead to me, for starters. Is what Cruz Beckham said, clearly pointing to Brooklyn and Nicola Peltz, his wife. You're a fraud. You're a blank now. Karma's going to get you. Blanking hell, and on and on and on. So he is just railing on his brother. Deleted it.
There's more to the story that we're working on, but basically, Nicola and Brooklyn's, I've talked to people close to them. They are tired of, there's all these stories that have been coming out from anonymous sources in the UK press, and they're tired of it. Remember, a month ago, they hired a big lawyer here, or over in the UK, a big lawyer, and they said at the time that they weren't going to take legal action against any family members. Something happened in the last several days, is what I'm understanding.
What?
I can't say yet.
Okay.
But we're going to have the story that triggered Cruz to post these messages. But
so it's not what Brooklyn posted last week.
It is nothing. So Brooklyn didn't do anything last week. About a month ago, Brooklyn and Nicola blocked multiple members of the family, because what I've been told is the whole family's feuding except the daughter Harper. She's the only one that's not really involved in this family feud. Everyone else is involved. And remember, it started because we had broken the story. Nicola was kind of over how Victoria and David treated Brooklyn. They feel like, Victoria is a narcissist, that they don't really back Brooklyn, that they think that they're jealous of Nicola. There was all that drama surrounding Brooklyn and Nicola's wedding. Remember, there was a war over the wedding dress. She was supposed to be designed.
No, they're at war.
Yeah, they're at war. So there's more to this story.
So you know what's going on?
Yes, and it's coming. I just don't know when.
Okay, you got to check TMZ.com because we're not allowed to say right now.
I just can't. But it fully explains the full story of why Cruz put these messages on his social media and then deleted it.
Coming up.
This is brilliant. Gwyneth Paltrow is now the spokesperson for a company. The company is Astronomer. So this just came out, and I am serious about the word brilliant.
Be right back.
TMZ's got every freaking thing. Big celebs, big stories, big events.
Phoebe Rexa was looking hot on vacation.
Look at the water, too. Did you just say look at the water?
I mean, I'll be honest, that is what I was looking at.
The word brilliant is overused, and it's almost to a point where nothing's really brilliant or genius because everybody uses it. This is genius. This is, what's the matter?
Your hair.
My hair?
The other way.
What, is that okay?
No. Yeah, like. Go further back. Help him out. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this is brilliant. Gwyneth Paltrow is now the spokesperson for a company. And you would think, okay, well, she's really famous and people like her, so what's so special about that? The company is Astronomer. If you remember, Astronomer is the company where the former CEO and the HR head ended up getting busted at the Coldplay concert. So this just came out, and I am serious about the word brilliant. Play it, Devin.
Astronomer has gotten a lot of questions over the last few days, and they wanted me to answer the most common ones. Yes, Astronomer is the best place to run Apache Airflow, unifying the experience of running data, ML, and AI pipelines at scale. We've been thrilled so many people have a newfound interest in data workflow automation. As for the other questions we received, yes, there is still room available at our Beyond Analytics event in September. We will now be returning to what we do best, delivering game-changing results for our customers.
Okay.
Thank you for your interest in Astronomer.
Do we need to explain to people? Because I would think just about everybody
Everyone
knows.
knows at this point.
I mean, I think everybody knows, but we should just say it.
So, I mean, obviously the background was the company of Astronomer, their CEO, got caught at the Coldplay concert.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about no, just that people
the fact
remember.
that she used to, was she married?
She was married. They have kids together.
Obviously, that's the tie-in
Right.
here, is the fact that it's Chris Martin's ex now helping out astronomer, which basically their CEO got fired because of Coldplay.
Brilliant.
It is the interesting thing too. So when this came in, at first I was like, I was making sure it was actually real.
I thought it was AI.
Well, I wanted to make sure it was actually
because they're an AI company.
And it's an AI company, so we did some digging on this, and not AI. She sat this week and actually filmed this video for them, and the intel I'm getting, we can't get into all the specifics. I don't think she got paid for this. I think they reached out to her and she just thought, oh, this is like a fun thing I would do, is make light of the whole situation.
And it makes her so cool.
I mean, she seems pretty cool. No, with all the sex toy stuff she does, being all open about her sex life.
I don't know her at all, but everything I hear is she's super cool.
So I think she just thought this is a viral moment everyone's talking about, and I'm sure Astronomer did reach out to her, and she's like, yeah, I'm down.
It is so brilliant. And, you think about it, and look, Astronomer is collateral damage in this whole thing, right? That, Astronomer must be like, oh my God, we're this big company, and now all of a sudden we're dealing with a fired CEO, who resigned. You're dealing with an HR person who had to resign, and it's just a mess public relation-wise for the company. So how do we turn it around? The
PR person needs to get...
The PI person should win whatever the award is they give.
Exactly.
It's not PR. It's an ad agency.
That's true. But regardless, the spin, leaning into it, landing her to do it.
It's amazing.
I can't believe they pulled this off.
Amazing.
My name is Dominique Morgan in Atlanta, Georgia, and I think this is the most brilliant PR move of the decade, to turn an amicable divorce into probably a big bag, or at least a beautiful media moment for Chris Martin and Gwyneth Paltrow. Chef's kiss.
They get along apparently really, really well. When she talked about, conscious uncoupling, which is kind of makes you wince, they truly get along. And I'll tell you, he had to know about it too. He had to know she was doing this. Hats off to them.
Coming up.
There was a burglary at GloRilla's house in Atlanta. So the cops come and they go inside. She's not there, but they think that the intruder still might be there. So they search the house and they don't find the intruder. They find weed. And because it's more than an ounce, she gets charged with 2 felonies for possession of marijuana.
Be right back.
Okay, good news and bad news and outrage, all involving GloRilla. And this is, I'll tell you, I'm really pissed off about something. But before I get into that, the good news. So this is video, right, Trent, of GloRilla in Cabo with NBA star Brandon Ingram.
Yep.
So it looks like they're together, which is great, right?
Or at least together for the night.
Well, if they went to Cabo, they went to Cabo.
Well, she was celebrating her birthday, and obviously, she had some trauma last week, so she, had to get away and get a little woosah.
Okay, so I want to get into this controversy because this is nuts. So not last weekend, but the weekend before, there was a burglary at GloRilla's house in Atlanta. So the cops come and they go inside. She's not there, but they think that the intruder still might be there. So they search the house and they don't find the intruder. They find weed.
Yeah, GloRilla's actually performing at the WNBA All-Star Game miles away, hundreds of miles away, and the intruders break in, get away with all her belongings and everything they came with. The cops investigate, but find her stash, arrest her.
And because it's more than an ounce, she gets charged with 2 felonies for possession of marijuana. I mean, to me, this is why these marijuana laws are so ridiculous.
I agree.
And, if people want to pearl clutch over marijuana, explain to me what's worse for you, whiskey or weed? And the answer is whiskey. It's undeniable that alcoholism is one of the biggest problems in America and is killing people. And yet we not only allow it, we allow advertising of it. Kids are exposed to it. Kids are becoming alcoholics. And we have laws that not only prohibit people from chilling with weed, but it's a felony. So she's now faced with 2 felonies. And, you know, she tweeted on this. Long story short, my house gets home invaded and I'm the only one that gets arrested. It's ridiculous. The idea that it's her house and it's more than an ounce, and people use it for medical reasons, they use it for mental health reasons, and it doesn't in any way approach the danger of alcohol, and she's now faced with prison time for this. It's ridiculous.
Hey, I'm Charles Pearl coming from New York, and good for GloRilla. 20 years ago, any celebrity that did this would have had to publicly apologize. They would have had to go to AA. They would have had to say, my life has changed, I'm going clean. And here's a woman who did something that is legal in many, many states right now, unlike 20 years ago. The cops invaded her house. And honestly, right afterwards, she went on a party with her boyfriend who was in the NBA. And I'm saying good for her because she's speaking the truth. People are sick of their tax dollars being wasted on this. And I'm glad one celebrity is finally fighting back on the cops when it comes to these charges.
The idea to make more than an ounce a felony, and the premise of that is that, oh, we're worried that if it's more than an ounce, it's not used for personal consumption, it's used for distribution. I mean, she's not distributing marijuana. I mean, come on. This is ridiculous. Donald Trump, I think, has now signaled what his reaction will be if the Epstein files from the Justice Department are released. And I think what he's going to say is that his name was inserted by his political enemies and that it should never have been in there. So we have told you for the last 2 weeks, we've known, based on 2 sources who have had access to these files, who have seen them, that Donald Trump's name is there multiple times. There are a bunch of names in there, scores of names. Fidel Castro, the former dictator of Cuba, is in there. Huge rock stars are in there. But again, it's people that Jeffrey Epstein circulated with. So it's not like, you know, everybody there is involved in a scandal. They're just casual associations with Epstein. And even these pictures that came out, Donald Trump inviting Jeffrey Epstein to his wedding with Marla Maples, 1,000 people were invited. So it's not like this intimate thing. I want to show you this. Alexa, do you have this? I do. Okay, so this is Trump in Scotland, and listen carefully to the way he says it.
Those files were run by the worst scum on earth. They were run by Comey, they were run by Garland, they were run by Biden and all of the people that actually ran the government, including the auto pen. Those files were run for 4 years by those people. If they had anything, I assume they would have released it. The whole thing is a hoax. They ran the files. I was running against somebody that ran the files. If they had something, they would have released. Now, they can easily put something in the files that's a phony.
His political enemies could put something in that's phony.
The problem is the goalposts keep changing on this, right? Initially, he wasn't in the files, then he might be in the files. Then if he is in the files, it's because Biden put him in the files. The truth is that Biden didn't have access to the files that are all there.
No, but he's saying Merrick Garland, James Comey.
Right, all well in advance before, because this was not an issue until, 2 months ago?
I think he's saying that either during the election last year or even after the election, he's intimating he thinks they put his name in the file.
Wouldn't they have released that during the election? I mean, the idea that they're going to hold it out until the public outcry they never could have anticipated it comes out. So now everybody wants these files out. What a long con by the Biden administration.
A crappy con, because if this really was his political enemies, you're right, they would have released it during the election.
Right.
We are told, and I believe this because they're 2 separate people, that, his name is all over it, but nothing untoward. So is it just he doesn't want his name out there connected to the file?
Yeah, we've seen this, right? We saw that.
But there's so many other names.
Right. I think just the mere association of him with Epstein paints him with a certain brush that he doesn't want to be painted with. But even though I agree with you, there's no evidence he did anything illegal with Epstein.
So he's made it worse for himself
100%
by blocking it the way he has.
He really has, because he's forced us to ask the question, what is he trying to hide? He's forced, and frankly, you and I have talked about this. We're not conspiracy theorists. We don't think he did anything wrong with Epstein, except now it's getting me to think maybe he did.
Hi, it's Nikita from Louisiana, and I'm definitely not surprised that Trump is denying the allegations. However, I don't think Biden had anything to do with it. Hopefully, if it is some sort of corruption going on, he can prove it. Otherwise, it's just another baseless conspiracy theory. And Trump is always in some sort of scandal. So am I surprised? Not at all.
Yeah, and look, he is setting it up that if these files get released, he's going to say, I didn't do it. It's not me.
Coming up.
We've started a new thing, and it's called TMZ After Dark.
It's amazing. It's like unlike any experience that not just LA would offer, but the world.
So this is Ray J. Ray J is so into this. He just wants to keep doing it. It is so fun.
Be right back.
I am so excited about something new that we're doing here at TMZ. We've had the TMZ Celebrity Tour rolling around Hollywood and West Hollywood and Beverly Hills for 10 years. We've started a new thing, and it's called TMZ After Dark, where we have a DJ on our bus, DJ Miles, and we have had Ray J hosting as we go up Hollywood Boulevard, Santa Monica Boulevard, Sunset Boulevard. We stop at bars, people go inside, they can get a free shot. We go over to the Saddle Ranch where they can ride the bull. So, it has become so successful. We do it every Saturday night at 7:30, and we leave from the Hard Rock Cafe in Hollywood on Hollywood Boulevard, that we're gonna expand it. And we are going to do, here, I'm gonna walk over to where our folks who handle the bus tour. So we're doing it Friday nights now. This is Netta, this is Seth. I'm so excited about this. So Saturday night was great.
It rocked LA again. Once again, the TMZ After Dark tour.
I know this sounds shameless,
out.
but I'm legitimately excited about this. It is the best party in LA.
It's amazing. It's like unlike any experience that not just LA would offer, but the world.
So this is Ray J. He's so into this. I mean, I can't believe he's doing it. He just wants to keep doing it. So we're doing it Saturday nights with Ray J. A week from this Friday, we're going to start Friday nights.
It's a DJ, it's a bar crawl, it's a bus, a party bus, it's a celebrity all in one.
That's so much
where
fun.
else can you get that?
Okay, I love this thing. Every weekend we put polls up on the website. We want to find out what you guys think about things that happened during the past week. We did that this past weekend, so here are the results. Hulk Hogan, #1 all-time wrestler. Yes, he changed wrestling, brother. Or it's The Rock by a hair. I'm interested in this. I'm so glad. I think that's right. Paramount canceled Colbert because of Donald Trump or the fact that the show was losing money. Wow. Okay, well, you know what? Based on what happened today, I kind of understand why. Rahm Emanuel says a man cannot become a woman. He's 100% right, or get with it, Rahm, you are wrong. I don't know how people are going to vote here. Let's see. I'm really surprised at this. I thought it would be the reverse, but that's the way it was on YouTube. On our stream, that's the way it's been all this past week. Okay, next one. Trump says, forget the Epstein files. No way, what's he hiding? Or he's right, it's old news. I think they're gonna say the first. They gotta say the first by a lot, and they did. And last one, Megyn Kelly, J-Lo's a soft porn star. Megyn nailed it, or ridiculous, jealous much? I think they're gonna say she nailed it. I'm really surprised at that. And no shade, but you listen to lyrics from Sabrina Carpenter, you watch Sabrina, you watch Olivia Rodrigo. There are, music is sexual. It just is. And also, I should add, I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
Coming up.
I actually watch Love Island, but you know more about this. There's a breakup that everybody in the office is talking about.
Yesterday, I was sitting on my couch and I'm scrolling and I realized that Janae and Kenny no longer followed each other.
Be right back.
Okay, listen, I actually watch Love Island season 7, but you know more about this. There's a breakup that everybody in the office is talking about. We broke a story on the website about it. It's yours.
Yes, season 6. You got to catch up.
Oh,
you got to
it's
go
6.
back. Yeah, season 6.
I'm out.
You really don't know about
that's
this
it.
one.
I watched 7. I'm out.
This is heartbreaking.
Yeah.
So season 6, we had the final 3 winners, and I used to love to be able to brag about this because the final 3 winners from last year stayed together. They are literally celebrating. Most of them now are celebrating their 1-year anniversary. Leah and Miguel are in Turks and Caicos. And we all thought things are, it's not funny, Harvey. We thought things were fine and dandy until yesterday I was sitting on my couch and I'm scrolling and I realized that Janae and Kenny no longer followed each other, took each other's names out of their Instagram.
How did you realize this?
Because what do you mean? It's literally like I have a whole group chat. We're always talking about.
This is what you did on the weekend?
Yeah, and then I texted Brendan and I said, "Yo, this could be a huge story if it's true." And then he was able to get some details that confirmed that they were no longer together. It's looking like Kenny is the reason for this breakup because not only did Janae unfollow him, but all of the girls and all the guys from the finals.
And guys don't just unfollow
because the guys were all very close. You don't follow your homeboy because she broke up with your friend.
There is a lot of online speculation that Kenny had, cheated or gone elsewhere, or Janae saw something on his phone. We can say that we were told that cheating wasn't involved. So it just leads us to wonder, what did this man do?
How can I sleep at night now?
Carrie from Miami. I just have to say, unpopular opinion, I saw this coming because Kenny really wasn't into Janae like how Janae was into Kenny. Let's be honest. Especially after the Villa issue when he didn't want to move in with her. That was a clear sign right there. He didn't want to be with her.
Preach. What else do you guys want to talk about?
My name is Brandon from Arizona, and I'm talking about Beyonce. I went to the concert. It was an incredible experience.
So you saw Destiny's Child?
Oh, yeah. The reunion of Destiny's Child was absolutely incredible. The Beehive was going crazy. And I mean, this is a mother of 3 who every night puts on an incredible show. And I mean, she's incorporated her family and
What
everything.
did they not play, though? What did Destiny's Child not sing?
They didn't sing a lot of they didn't sing
Oh,
a lot.
I mean, what did you think about the fact that they didn't sing Say My Name?
I was upset, and I was hoping they would sing Bills, 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 because she teases it during Thick. So I was assuming Bills, Bills, Bills definitely would have been a part of her segment, but...
Well, I'm sorry for your loss. One more.
Hi, my name is Andre Santabanez. I'm from Long Island, New York, and I'll be talking about Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders is one of our greatest athletes that we've ever seen, but he's also one of our favorite people. He was almost everyone's favorite hero growing up, and to see him this vulnerable about an illness is amazing, but also still so sad.
Yeah, and, thank God he's okay.
Coming up.
Tom Brady is on a yacht and he is in perfect shape. Here's my take on this. He's a decent, good announcer. Everybody who does this does it with a suit and tie. He does that and it brings a whole new level to the NFL.
Be right back.
Tom Brady is on a yacht and he is in perfect shape. Here's my take on this. He's a decent, good announcer, and it's not like Tony Romo where he's just this standout who's incredible and everybody's talking about what a great announcer Tony Romo is. They're not necessarily saying that about Tom Brady. So everybody who does this does it with a suit and tie. He does that and it brings a whole new level to the NFL. I know you're saying that's cheesy, but I'm positive that this would work. Even one game, it would change everything. Trust me.